Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and if you're subscribed already, thank you so much. And don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to share. For your support towards my last video, I really appreciate it. So today's makeup, I really don't know what I want to do, but I just felt like creating very nice content for you guys, and I'll make sure it is as beginners friendly as possible. And I'll also be paying so much attention to my lips, because I realized that in all my videos I haven't really taken you guys through the real details of lining the lips and applying lipstick. So I'm going to be doing that today. I hope you guys love it, I hope you enjoy it, and enjoy yourself. I started first by prepping my face with my Omaricode X Bregha Maximizer. This serves like a moisturizer for my skin, just to give it a bit of life. And I'm going to apply it all over my face, under my eye, my forehead, the entire part of my face. That's where I'm going to generally apply this moisturizer. I also showed you my maximizer. I use Rimmel maximizer. It serves as a mattifier for me, and it really works well on my skin. I've realized that these two products really works well to prep my skin for the makeup product. So right now I'm using the mattifier. So I use it on my brows first, because sometimes I tend to observe that my brows get really moisty. So I kind of use the mattifier to stop oil, to control oil, and also I also use it under my eye. So what I'm basically doing is just stating the reasons why I'm using this product to prep my face before applying my makeup. I'm also going to apply it under my eye, and I'm always very careful with this. I'm using these two products because sometimes it could cause cracking with the foundation. So I ensure that my maximizer dry first before applying my mattifier. In a situation where it doesn't dry well before applying mattifier, that's when you see this kind of white patches, as you can see here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it dry very well, then I dust those patches away. I'll go in now with my Juvia Place foundation. I use Togo 210. That's my perfect shade. So because I have full brows and I really want a defined brow today, that's why I'm going through this method. So for those who have full brows and they don't want to trim it and they want a defined brow, the basic thing you do is just apply a foundation, your shade, over your brows. This kind of give you a very clean and clear canvas for you to draw whatever brow shape that you want. So that's what I'm going to basically do today. So I also extended it to my eye region because I didn't have intentions of using an eyeshadow primer. So I just brushed the brows there up, just to enable me know where my brow bone is, the top of my brow and the front part of my brow, and the tail of my brow. So that's why I basically brushed it that way. So now what I'm just doing is I'm outlining it. So I start from my lower brow line, then I also go to the top brow line, and I just outline it and I fill it in gently. So because I have foundation, it's going to be very difficult for the pencil to pop out. I didn't realize that I could have just used my brow filler like on time. I was already struggling with this before I actually thought of that. But anyways, if you have a brow filler, you can use it. I think that works better when you use this particular method. So now I'm just brushing my brows just to make it look flawless, just to make it have so that it won't be too thick, just to dust off and make all the shape come out very well. Then now I go in with my concealer and corrector, my Ferrasushi concealer and corrector. I'll put in the description box the names of the product that I use for my face. So I'm going to start off first by highlighting the brow bone, because this is where concentration is always this is where people put so much concentration on when they are drawing their brows. I have an old brow tutorial, you can go and watch it. It will enlighten you more on how to draw your brows. Then now I'm just going to use my flat angle brush to highlight my brow tail and also correct and also ensure to blend it in properly. I'm going to also go to the top part of my brow, the start of my brow. I'm just going to extend it to that part. So I'm just going to be showing you guys one brow today, because I've shown how to draw brows over and over and over and over again. So I don't want to go over it too much, so I don't waste time on that. If you want to watch how I create my brows, you can check my old videos for that. I'll also put the link in the description box below. Then I'm also going to correct the top part of my brow, the top outline part of my brow, because the brow was already looking too fat and I didn't want it to be fat. I wanted a medium brow size, so I just had to correct. But this time around I'm using my foundation, so the same foundation I applied to create a canvas for my brow is the same foundation I'm also applying to correct it. So I'm also ensuring to blend. So it's very obvious that I used the foundation for the top part, because it just blended into the skin like straight up. So guys, I also decided to just extend the cleaning to forward a bit towards my nose bridge, just to give me this flawless brow finish. Can you guys see how flawless the brow? You won't even realize that my brows are extremely full. They are fuller than what I actually have drawn there. Then I also did the same thing to the other brow. I told you guys I wasn't going to be showing that. Now I'm going into my foundation. I applied my foundation on one portion of the face and I extend to other parts. That has been my method for applying foundation for the longest time, and I've shown you guys this routine over and over and over again. So we won't be going too much into into foundation application today. I'm just going to show you guys what I do briefly. So I just start from one portion, extend to the other part, and ensure the foundation sinks into my skin properly. Ensure like that there are no patches here and there. I'm going in as well with my Juvia Space Cosmetic concealer in 15. If you've been watching my previous video, you would know that I use 10, which is like 2 shades brighter than me, but this 15 is extremely brighter than me. What I wanted to do is I wanted to see what my blending skill looks like if I could actually blend this into my skin properly and give me a complete flawless finish. I have a damp sponge, which is generally called the beauty blender. So I'm just going to use that sponge to blend the concealer to all the portions of the face that are already highlighted. I hope you guys are learning from all of these things I'm saying. I'm just ensuring to make sure that for beginners this makeup is as simple and as easy as possible. Yeah, so guys, I'm just blending. I'm going in gently, then I'm tapping and blending, and also I'm also trying to ensuring that I'm going in gently so that I don't mess the highlight up. It doesn't go beyond the region of the face that I want it to be. So guys, I also applied a little to my brow bone, just to make the brow bone come out a bit, because from my own view I could still feel like the hair in my brow was showing. So I wanted that to completely clear out, so I had to just apply concealer again. Then for my contour, I'm using my Juvia Space Cosmetic foundation stick in Katsina. Please don't mind my hair or my wig. I didn't lay it well today. I was just in the makeup mood, but I wasn't in the hair mood, so I was just concentrating on the makeup. So pardon my hair. I'll do better next time. So guys, I already contoured my face with my foundation stick. I'm going in now with a smaller sponge. I like using this sponge for blending contour because it's very easy for me. It would enable me to not to blend beyond the point where I actually want to blend it. That's why I actually always use a smaller sponge for my concealer, for my contour blending, and you guys can see the result. It makes the blending very easy. If you don't have a small sponge, it's not necessary. You can use a brush as well, but I'm more comfortable blending concealer, highlight, and even foundation with a sponge because it gives me a flawless finish. The only issue I have is the fact that it consumes a lot of product, but except for that, I'm good to go. So guys, I'm basically showing you how I blend. You could use any part of that sponge to just blend, and that's what I'm just doing. I'm just blending. My hands are just moving. Then I go in now with my classic powder in dark, just to how would I say it, I don't have the proper right word, but just to make sure that the contour pops out very well. So I'm just going over those portions of the face that I just contoured with a powder, just to emphasize, yes, the contour, just to make it come out very raw. And contour basically makes things look smaller. That's like the goal for that, and that's what I'm basically just doing. Just trying to make my cheekbone come out more, and like to I'm ensuring I'm trying to explain the reason why I'm doing this thing. So basically I'm trying to make my face look more defined, like my cheekbone pop out well, make my the side of my cheek like smaller a bit, and that's basically what I was just trying to explain. But I don't want to use big English, so we don't mix things up. So in the course of my recording, I was highlighting my face with my Fenty loose powder and I was not recording, and I didn't realize until I was about to start finish highlighting my face with my powder. So this is the rest of the video that you guys can see. So I'm just placing my setting powder on the portions of the face that I highlighted initially with the concealer, and I'm using the sponge that I used initially to highlight the face to also apply the setting powder. For my lips, like I said at the beginning of this video, that I wanted to pay so much attention to my lips today, and I'm just going to take you guys through that journey. Like you've seen, I already applied foundation all over the lip just to create a plain canvas for my work. Then now I'm just outlining my lip, so I want to create a full plumpy lips today. So that's why I'm actually highlighting or outlining my lips this way. I realized that I haven't showed you guys how I actually outline my lip very well, and I'm giving you guys a closer look of what my lips look like. So this outlining I'm doing is just to define my lip, to make me see how my lips really look like, and to also enable me draw a shape of what I want to actually achieve on that lip. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm going in first with a brown pencil, then I'm going in with a purple pencil because I'm going to be using like a purple lipstick. So I wanted it to have a bit of purple lining as well. So I'm just going to go over the lining that I did before with this purple lip liner, and I also ensure that I don't go overboard with this outlining that I'm doing, because the outline is the base, is the base I'm creating for my lip. So I have to be very careful with that. Then I go in now with my Beyond Beauty lipstick. This is a Nigerian brand, and I'm using a flat lip brush to just apply my lipstick on the portion of my lip where I want it. So I start from the outer corners of my lip, and I extend to the other parts of my lip, that like from both sides. So as you guys can see, I'm extending to the other side of the lip. As you can see, I am not applying that lipstick to the inner corners of my lip. It's just the full lip part. I'm leaving out the inner corners because of the kind of lip color I want to create today. So I'm just concentrating on the outer part, and I'm just filling the necessary part of the lips, leaving out the inner corners of my lip. And I do the same thing to the top lip as well. I'm just emphasizing the outline portion of my lip, and I'm extending it to the corners of my lip on both sides, and I'm ensuring that my brush is not going over, because cleaning the lips I find it very difficult to do. Like, I find it extremely difficult to do, so I'm always very careful with that process. So I'm just going to outline my lips again. I'm just going to go over it again with the lipstick, and that's it for me. I do the same thing to the other part of the lip, and I'm good to go. I'm okay. Like with this, I'm fine. As you guys can see, I'm also ensuring to leave the inner corners of my lip. So I'm going in with the Nuban lipstick. I'm sorry guys for covering my lip. I didn't realize that I'd already covered my lip when I was applying that lipstick. So I use a loose brush, to just blend that lipstick the Nuban lipstick because it's like a bright pink. It's nude, but it looks like pink when I apply it on my skin. I don't know. So I'm just going to use the brush to blend the lipstick to extend it to the other part of my lip. So I'm trying to create this ombre lip. This is like a very popular lip color or style that most Nigerians would wear. So I'm just applying it, and because I had a little stain at the corners of my lip, I had to correct that with my flat brush and a concealer. So this is what I said I really hate. I hate this process, so I'm always very careful when I'm doing my lips, so I don't have to do this all over again because it is stressful for me, sha. Then I use a lip gloss. I also didn't film that, I forgot. So this is what my lips look like, guys. Then now I'm going in with my eyeshadow. Like I told you guys earlier that I wasn't going to use an eyeshadow primer because I was not, like, the attention was for the lip, so I wasn't really in the mood. So first I go in with my Burkina in that palette as my transition color. Now I'm going in with Zulu. So these are colors in the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's place as well. So the Zulu is what I'm using in my eye crease. I used the Burkina as my transition color on top of that. Then for the corners of my eyes, I'm using Fulani and Ada. No, I'm using Ada. I didn't use Fulani. I actually had intentions of using the shade Fulani, but I decided not to use it again. So I used Ada because it had this very it looked like a deep color, but it's actually a bright color, and it was going to work perfectly well for the kind of eye that I wanted to create. So I used Ada for the corners of my eyes, and as you guys can see, when I apply my foundation, my eyeshadow, I blend it in, and I'm blending it loosely, and I'm also trying to emphasize my eye crease. This is not a cut crease look, so it was only for me to use this thing. So now I'm going in with my Lutza's cosmetics pigment. I'm using the shade Amber. I applied the pigment first. So at this time when I was applying the pigment, I was just applying it without the pigment liquid. I mean glue. They call it glitter glue. So I didn't apply the pigment glue with it. I just applied it loosely at this point. So when I first of all started, then by this time I applied a little bit of the glue so that it gives it this shiny finish, because I realized that when you use the glue, it has this very shining effect on how the glitters look. I decided to zoom in so you guys can see how beautiful these glitters are. Then now for under my eye, I've done this before, but I've done this before. I decided to use the shades that I use, that is Burkina and Zulu. I just decided to smudge it under my eye, just to give me this very nice effect. Like, see my eyes now. Then I'm going to line my eye. So the way I'm lining my eye today is different from how I always normally line my eye. I'm just lining the water lines. So I'm giving you guys a very zoomed look of that. So it's just the water line that I'm actually lining today, not the lash line. I mean, yeah, the water line down and the water line up. That's it basically. Nothing serious. Then I use my mascara. If you want to watch how I wear my lashes, I have a video that I've done on that already, so you can always check my previous videos for that. So guys, that's how I just did. This one was just like sharp thing. I just wanted to do it and just get done with it. Then I was rounding up my makeup already, and I decided to use my light shade in my classic palette. This classic palette has really suffered in my hand. So I decided to use an highlight brush and classic palette, and I just applied it on those portions of my face that I had already highlighted. And I ensure not to touch my lipstick, because when I was doing that lower lip, the chin part, my brush kind of touched my lipstick, so I had to turn it the other way to use it. So you have to be careful. Then I also go over again with the contour, because I really wanted my face to be properly defined. I really wanted my face to the canvas to show very well to show how my face really looks like, and that was why I had to go over with the contour and the highlight again. You guys, pardon my hair, I'm very sorry. Then I use my Maybelline Cacao. Like I always say, the Maybelline Cacao has this purple undertone, and that's why I always use it for my cheekbone. So I had to use the Maybelline Kaka because I didn't want to use a blush, and it was also serving as a contour and a blush for me in this particular makeup look that I was trying to achieve. And that was it. Then now I'm going to go in with my glow, which is Mood Beauty Solatia palette. And so this is what I'm trying to say. See how my cheekbone just popped out like very, very well when I smiled. So that's basically why I always like to do very good contour. It makes my cheekbone come out because I have really big cheekbones, and it makes it look defined. It makes it look round in one very sweet way that makes me happy. So I'm just highlighting like those portions of the face that I already applied that I want to make it shine. What am I saying? You guys get the groove, pardon my So I'm just applying my glow on the portion of my face, my nose bridge, my forehead, my eye cheekbone, my chin, then a little bit of my brow bone and top of my brows as well, just to give me this very glowy effect. Then now I'm going in with my powder, which is bareMinerals, like you guys know, and I'm just using it to blend the other parts just to apply it all on the other parts of the face that I haven't applied highlight or contour, and also to blend the ash lines between my highlight and my contour. I think I've never mentioned one of the reasons why I always use a powder like to finish my entire look. So that's basically the reason why, just to clear the ash line. So you see how I'm blending it in between, applying the powder in between the contour and the highlights, just to ensure that I don't have ash lines. Basically, that's the most important thing for me. Then I also go over to my neck, because I always ensure that my neck and my face goes together. I don't want to look like a masquerade after wearing makeup. So I also do the same thing to my nose so that I don't have harsh lines, and shows that I actually really blended my makeup very, very well. Guys, can you just feel this beautiful Owanbe look? I actually tagged it an Owanbe look after creating it, because it really looked like an Owanbe look with a gele. I'm good to go. Guys, take a look at your babe. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and also don't forget to comment. Till I see you guys again, take care of yourself. You guys, low light, high light, any type of light, I'm just shining. Just take a look at the details in the eyes. Hey, please let me praise myself. God, see how God created the beauty. Anyways, take care, guys.